Hi everybody, Joe Ward here. If you just met someone, if you just started dating someone, if you've been dating someone for a while, or even if you're married and you realize you're in a relationship with a person who is not right for you, then in the next 10 minutes I will show you how to end the relationship. If you want to know how to do this, buckle up and watch on because you are at the right place. Let's start by seeing how other people view breakups. What percentage of relationships end in a breakup?
Gosh, I would think maybe 50%.
What percentage? 80%.
80%?
95.
What percentage of relationships end in a breakup?
90.
90, at least 90%.
90.
50%.
90%.
Now some answers. Psychologists have concluded that about 85% of all relationships end in a breakup. They also know that about half of all marriages end in a divorce. The vast majority of breakups occur in the first 3 months of dating, and women tend to initiate 69% of all divorces. Men and women equally initiate breakups while dating. Let me start by showing you what other peeps think about whether or not you should give the person you're breaking up with a logical reason for doing so. If you break up with someone, should you give them a logical reason as to why you're breaking up with them?
Yes. See, I can't do the short answers. I think it depends on the situation.
No.
Yes.
At this stage in my life, I feel I owe them some kind of explanation, but it doesn't have to be long and involved. But yeah, I think you owe them a little something.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Now let's see what the peeps have to say about breaking up face to face. If you break up with someone, should you do this face to face?
If possible, yes.
Yes.
No.
I believe you should.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone obviously has their own choices on how to break up, and all choices are correct if you get the end result that you want. First, I'm going to show you the biggest mistakes people make in attempting to end a relationship, and then I'll show you how to avoid making those very mistakes, how to overcome any fear that you might have, how to effectively end the relationship respectfully and compassionately, and how to make this as easy and painless as possible for both people. I guarantee that even experts will learn something new in the next few minutes. And now the 3 biggest mistakes in breaking up. Doing nothing, giving the person a logical reason for breaking up, believing that you need to break up face to face. The first mistake that people make in attempting to end a relationship that is not right for them is to do absolutely nothing out of fear of having to hurt, reject, or have conflict with the person. They may think the timing is not right. Also, they believe that the other person will talk them out of it. So the person doesn't say or do anything and the relationship continues on and on. They don't know how to bring it up, when to bring it up, what to say or how to say it. So they continue to do nothing. It's just simply easier to do the same thing than to have conflict. People do nothing for 5 reasons. Fear, 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 and fear. That's right. Fear and fear alone stops people from doing what they need to do. Mistake number 2 is giving the person a logical reason for breaking up with them. This only invites pushback, resistance, or conflict, arguments. Simply tell them how you feel, not what you think. Many, even most people, will try to argue with whatever reason they hear. People can argue with any logical reason you give, but they cannot argue with how you feel. If you give them a logical reason, they may promise to change, but of course, if they do, it won't last for long. How you feel and what you think counts. You don't have to have a logical reason for how you feel because emotions do not necessarily make any logical sense whatsoever. If you want to borrow my words, in just a minute I'll tell you exactly what to say to avoid this landmine. Mistake number 3, when attempting to break up with someone, many people feel as if they have to do this face to face. You do not. I know that was unclear. Let me make it clear. You do not have to break up face to face. If you know the person is mature, you may choose to break up with them face to face. This would be great in an ideal world. However, the probability of both people handling rejection and termination in a mature fashion is remote. However, many less than mature people respond to rejection in extreme and sometimes violent ways. I simply see no advantage in a face-to-face breakup. I recommend that you break up on the phone or online. Also, many people know that they will cave and back down or get talked out of the breakup in a face-to-face confrontation. Many of us are not very assertive and need to do it online, by phone, or by text. Some people prefer ghosting. That is, they disappear with no explanation at all. Just as a side note, if you're dating someone under 30 years old, over half of all breakups will be done digitally. And this percentage has soared in the last 3 years. And now a few kinds of individuals to especially avoid face-to-face. Number 1, anyone who had a poor relationship with their parents. Number 2, anyone with a criminal history, especially if violence was involved. Number 3, anyone who has a dark side, something you may not understand but you sense is there. Number 4, someone who has a problem with rejection. Number 5, anyone who's been diagnosed with a borderline personality disorder. Number 6, anyone who is highly controlling. Number 7, there is no number 7. The basis for this is that those with poor parental upbringing and bonding have a much increased chance of having an attachment disorder. They may not accept rejection at all. If someone has a significant criminal history, especially if violence is involved, they may not feel empathy for your feelings at all. If someone has a dark side, trust your read. You may not understand it, but cut and run. If someone is controlling, they may not let you make the decision. They may think and feel that they and only they can make such a decision. And now the plan which I learned in the military. Prior planning prevents poor performance. If you make a good plan and practice it, then you'll be able to get the results you want. There's an old song that says, breaking up is so hard to do. However, that is no longer the case if you follow the specific recommendations coming up. You can break up without talking to the person face-to-face or on the phone, and yet be totally honest and direct. That includes asking them if they will have a mature discussion with you. 2, practicing what to say verbatim. Number 3, asking them to cooperate in the breakup. Number 4, practicing what to say if they resist, argue, or push back. Step 1, know what to say and how to say it. You can start by asking the person the following. Hi, can I have a mature discussion with you about something that is bothering me? You can do this on the phone, by text, email, in person, whatever you think will get you the best results. They will undoubtedly say yes. The next thing to say is, I want to be honest with you and I do not want to mislead you in any way because I respect you and I care for you. I thought this over for a long time and decided that this relationship is not working for me. This is not an impulsive decision, and it has absolutely nothing to do with anything that you have ever said or done. It's just that I feel that you are not the right person for me. That is simply how I feel. So I've decided that I will not be with you anymore. Now you need to announce this as a decision that you've already made. You're not asking them to discuss or vote on the decision. You're not asking for their approval. Do not ask, okay. You're announcing what you've already decided. Be strong. Don't be weak. If you're going to ask them anything, ask, do you understand? Third and importantly, try to enlist their cooperation in breaking up and remaining friendly. I did not say friends. Could I make some recommendations to you about how we can handle this? They'll very often say yes. What I would like us to do is to depart and remain friendly. I would like us to talk nicely about each other and only say good things about each other and never say anything negative or critical about each other. When people ask, we can merely say that it did not work out and that we ended our relationship on good terms and that we are friendly, that there were no hard feelings, that we respect each other and wish each other the very best in the future. In other words, we are two good people who just didn't fit together perfectly. And then you can ask, are you agreeable to that? They sometimes will say yes. Now, if you've just met or started dating someone, you can shorten this to the last few sentences. No hard feelings, but I do not want to mislead you. You are not the right person for me, so I do not want to waste your time or mine. And I do wish you the very best in your search for the right person for you. And of course, always be prepared for pushback. If they promise to change, tell them, I've thought this over, my decision is final, I will not be changing my mind. If they ask, what did I do, what did I say, or what can I change, tell them, I've thought this over, my decision is final, and I will not be changing my mind. As for burning bridges, here's what others have said. I don't regret burning bridges. I regret that certain people were not on the bridge when I burned it. And now your first Joeism. Don't get any on you. Did you hear that? Don't get any on you. So after watching this video, did you listen? Did you laugh? Did you learn? Please share this video with your friends. And they thought you were narcissistic. Here's some quotes on breaking up. Shannon Alder said, if you have to convince someone to stay, then they have already left. Laurel House said, I miss your smile, but I miss mine more. Al-Anon gave this recommendation. If you don't like being a doormat, then get off the floor. Mae West indicated that all discarded lovers should be given a second chance, but with somebody else. Please subscribe to our channel. This will let you know what videos are forthcoming. Here are some of the topics that will be covered by this channel. The truth about lying, estimating someone's sexual interest in you, talking to yourself out loud, dating deal makers, dating deal breakers, the most attractive trait of any partner, the single biggest, costliest, and worst lie that you tell, the science of speed dating, the difference between love and like, how to easily tell if a news reporter is biased, dating strategy, mate selection, emotional availability. We have a whole bunch of cool topics. Please make comments if you like, profane or otherwise. I promise that I'll personally read each and every one of them, and I'll respond if necessary.